What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Panther, and welcome your faces to a new series that I'm going to be calling... I actually have no clue what I'm going to be calling this series. I don't even know if it's ever going to have a name. But in this series, we are actually going to be reviewing all of the old Treyarch Zombies maps, from the most recent, which is Revelations, all the way down to Nocturne and Totem. So obviously this one is not going to be Nocturne and Totem, this one's going to be Revelations, so strap in, because this is going to be fun, because there are a lot of zombie maps. Actually, there's really not that many. I'm too lazy to count, though. So let's get started with Revelations, because I think this is the map that has probably the most amount of controversy in the community. Everyone is so split on this map. And honestly, I can understand why. I can understand, what's going on, what's going through people's minds. I can understand why people are feeling this way about Revelations. Now I'm going to go over the negatives first, and then I'm going to go over the positives. Now, unfortunately on this list, I've written out more negatives than positives. So I don't know if that's a sign about how bad this map is or not. But we're going with it anyways. Now this is the final map for Black Ops 3. So we think. So was told to us. That is what was told to us when this map came out. That this is going to be the final DLC map for Black Ops 3. But right now, DLC 5 is a big question in the community. Also, there was an official trailer that was released yesterday on my channel. You should check it out, so DLC 5 pretty much is confirmed. But all of the final DLC maps in Call of Duty history have introduced a lot of new things. Der Riese introduced Pack-a-Punch, it introduced teleporters, it introduced its own little mini Easter eggs, and kind of got the start of Easter eggs going, and a whole bunch of other things. Moon introduced a new wonder weapon, a new tactical, a new perk, which was then put in every single other Black Ops 1 map, and it also introduced low gravity, and a whole bunch of other things too. Origins. This had the most innovation out of all of the Call of Duty Zombies maps. Origins introduced 4 new wonder weapons, a new pistol, which was the very first time that we've seen a new starting pistol. It introduced the challenge system. It brought back PhD, which wasn't an innovation, but it was something that we definitely wanted. It also introduced the Wonder Fizz, generators, zombie blood, the dig sites, and a whole bunch of other things that we can't really, go without on Origins. It just introduced so many new things, and that is what made Origins so great. But now let's talk about Revelations, okay? What did Revelations introduce? The masks and the Keeper Protector. Unless I'm tripping out, I'm pretty sure that's the only thing that Revelations actually introduced. That was the only thing that Revelations was innovative on. Am I correct? I think I'm correct. This map really did not introduce anything new whatsoever. It took old elements from old maps and kind of just slightly changed them to make it feel like it's something different. Like the corruption engines are basically just the generators from Origins with a slight twist on them so you can actually use the turret. But that's pretty much it, There was no innovation with this map. Not only that, but the weapons on this map weren't new at all. They brought back the Apothicon Servant, they made an upgrade for it, which I guess is kind of cool. They brought back the Thunder Gun, but they nerfed it so it wasn't as good. It definitely was still a Thunder Gun though, to be honest. But there wasn't even a new specialist on this map. It was just the Ragnaroks. Not only that, you could just get them in the box. You didn't have to build them. You didn't have to do anything with them. You just hit the box and then boom. There you go. There's your Ragnaroks. That's it. The only weapon that they introduced in this map that was from an older Call of Duty was really honestly just the Tommy gun from Mob of the Dead. That was it. I'm pretty sure that's the only gun that they brought back from an older Call of Duty game. They couldn't even bring back the FAMAS, which was in Gorod. They didn't bring that back, which was in Black Ops 1. And here's the kicker. The Galil was in Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2. But no, they couldn't bring that back. They're like, let's just bring back the Tommy gun from Mob of the Dead. That's a fan favorite, right? Yes, it is a fan favorite, but it's not what we wanted. They introduced new garbage weapons like the Banshee and the Rift E9. I don't remember asking for that, honestly. I honestly don't. They could have done so many cool things with this map since it is just like a combination of all the maps in one. They could have brought back the M14 and the Olympia for the starting room weapons. Or they could have gone back even further and did the Kar 98K and the Gewehr as the starting room weapons. No. Now you're stuck with the RK5 and the Shiva. Why? Why couldn't you do some cool innovation? Why couldn't you bring weapons back? You couldn't even give us the M1911? Honestly, that pissed me off so much. Moving on again, this map relies way too heavily on nostalgia. This is not a new map whatsoever. I did new map in quotations, but I didn't put that in the video. But I'm doing it now. New map. Now, yes, there are cool sections of this map that are new, like the starting room. It's new. We haven't seen that starting room before. But honestly, how basic is that starting room? It's so basic. There's nothing in that starting room that makes it feel cool at all. Treyarch relied way too heavily on nostalgia to carry this map, and unfortunately, that did not work. Now, yes, while nostalgia is a good thing and people look for nostalgia, it's not enough to continuously make a map thrive. Jason Blundell said that this map was going to last 18 months. It lasts like 3 at most. That was it. Like, I don't even think this map was like living, I guess you could say, when it released on PC and Xbox One. I'm pretty sure people were just done with that map. 18 months just based on nostalgia when we couldn't even have the stabs back? No. Sorry, that's garbage. The way this map is thrown together, it just makes it feel like a custom zombies map. Now, it makes it feel like a good custom zombies map, but it doesn't feel like one of those like powerful, strong Treyarch maps. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? It just feels like one of those really horny teenagers made it after like going through and trying to play all these other maps, and they're like, you know what? I'm gonna make a map myself, and I'm gonna put all the zombies maps in there. That's what it feels like. And here's one thing that really gets me. Why did they put Der Eisendrache in there? Honestly, why? It makes no sense. I have it on the same game, on the same console. I have it. I already have that map. If I wanted to play that map, I could go back, just hit a couple buttons, and then I could be on the full map, playing with 4 new wonder weapons that we got, and not just basic ones that we've already just been given and already had. Just makes no sense. You could have put like Moon in there to substitute for the low gravity, but no, whatever. Der Eisendrache, that's cool. I understand that in the story we blew the moon up, but still, I mean, you could have done something with it. You could have thrown in like the biodome or something. That could have been cool. Another thing that I'm going to complain about is the Easter egg. The Easter egg is just a bunch of garbage. The Easter egg makes no sense. It relies too heavily on RNG, and the final battle is way too quick. Okay, let's talk about the Easter egg real quickly. It's a bunch of garbage, dude. It makes no sense. There's nothing about the steps that really flow together. You gotta bring back a couple of like audio reels, and then you give Sophia her body back, which Sophia is just a zombie model that we've already seen in Shadows of Evil. So great job there, Treyarch. Good job being lazy. And then you get to the final boss battle, and it takes like 30 seconds. When you go from an Easter egg like Garad, when the next map is Revelations, the Easter eggs are night and day. Garad would be here, and Revelations would be here. It's night and day between those Easter eggs. One's challenging and fun, one is tedious and stupid. It just relies too much on RNG, and that makes it even more boring for speedrunning. Because I'm getting really into speedrunning and stuff, but you can't speedrun Revelations. There's no skill about the Revelations Easter egg. It's just, do this, wait for this, wait for this. Oh, you finally got it? Alright, now try to wait for something else. And finally, the last thing, and I think the most controversial, is the story to this map. I do think it's really cool, how Maxis released the Shadow Man from the Summoning Key on accident. The Shadow Man kind of brought all of the old maps into one little universe. I do think that's really cool. I think that's actually a really cool concept. Unfortunately, the ending was very controversial. Many people did not like the ending, and that is completely understandable. I think we were all expecting like a 10 to 15 minute cutscene, but we really just got something simple, and it just shows that zombies is still a continuous cycle. I do actually like this though, because that's how zombies has always been. It's just been one continuous cycle. You've never been able to beat a zombies map before. There are just a handful of maps where you can actually beat it. But other than that, it's just a vicious cycle. Go from one round to another one, 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 to another one. It's all just one cycle, so I actually enjoyed the ending, but other people did not enjoy the ending. This ending, however, though, is kind of similar to the Origins ending, where it can set up for a whole lot of other things, and the story can continue on from there. Now, what we can do is we can take like the bracket right here and the bracket right here that was set, and we can have little other stories in between. That can be a possibility. It kind of leaves the story hanging for them to add more into it. Alright, wow, fuck me. I'm finally done complaining about this map. Let's talk about the good things. Alright, the good things about Revelations. I really only put one thing that's good about this map, and it's cool to have all the maps in one. So like, if you don't have Black Ops 1 or Black Ops 2 or World at War, you can still play on some of the maps, but you can only play on little sections of them, and it's not every single map too, which does kind of suck. Overall though, I do think that this map was very enjoyable, and if you've played all of these maps, then you will definitely be a fan. And even if you haven't played all of these old maps before, you would still be a fan. I think overall it's a decent map. I don't think it's the final like DLC. It kind of feels like a DLC 2 map if we're being honest. It is a cool map, but it's not really what we were expecting, and I think that's where people got let down with. So overall, I would give this map about a 7.5. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, that is it for me. I will see you guys in the next one. Thank you all so much for watching. My name's Swim Panther. Peace out. Goodbye. I don't know. I kind of did my outro backwards. Fuck me, this feels weird. Like a Hellcat.